I would have followed up on it had I decided to make it, so it's not. What's happening? They're all stuck together. This is a disaster. Do you see this?
They look like lasagna
This
noodles.
is what you're eating. They're all just a block of this stuck together. This is what you get.
What I get?
Yes, for mistreating me so.
How have I mistreated you?
I don't know, you're pretty smart snarking me yesterday.
It was non-linear.
What does this even have to cook for? What does it say? 15 minutes, I can't read this. It's French. It's French. Dans un grand pool. Fait revenir l'oignon. Oh, this is a lasagna recipe. Where's just the noodle time? Where's the noodle time?
I go home in 10 days. I'm really excited to go home. I have to get through finals first though. So, right, I just finished, oh, I need to charge my camera. I just finished doing French. I have so many French, I swear this class, like, I'm getting something from the class because it's like I'm 3 times a week I'm sat there for 50 minutes only listening to French, but it's not a very well taught class. I'm learning 3 languages right now and I want to be working on Spanish and I want to be working on Dutch. I don't really want to be working on French. I do need to work on Spanish because I actually have a class for it. I don't have a class for Dutch, so like it can't be a priority right now because I have to focus on finals, but like that's what I want to be doing. I don't want to be studying French, but I have a French class. So anyways, but I'm doing that. I have 2 papers to write by next weekend pretty much. So in the next week I have to write 2 papers. One of them short though, and they're both about sailing, which is something I'm interested in. So those aren't really a problem, but I have a Spanish presentation, which is also about sailing, about it's literally just a paper that I wrote last semester, but turned into a Spanish presentation. But I really don't want to do that. But it's okay. I have 4 days of classes. Today's a Monday, but we don't have class because it's the day of the Immaculate Conception. So thank you, Jesus, for being born. Thank you, Virgin Mary, for not having sex. Thank you, the Spanish government, for not having classes today. Because I don't know what I would be doing if I had to go to school today. And yeah. So it's okay. I only have 4 days of classes left. And then I'm done. I mean, I have finals week, but then I'm done with classes and I have, yeah, and everything will be okay. Okay, that is all. Okay, it is Friday. I am done with classes. Hallelujah. I gave 2 presentations today. A French one that went worse than I was expecting, but I saw my grade and I did fine. It's a very easy class. It's like French 1, and it was very easy. And then a Spanish presentation, which actually went better than I thought it was going to. So that was exciting. I don't know how I did on that because I couldn't spy on my teacher's note sheet in that one. And then I had a meeting, and now I'm going to write this paper on maritime sovereignty because somehow my paper about maritime history, trade stuff in Asia for my modern Asian politics class, already don't know how I got that approved, has become a paper about maritime sovereignty. It's like a theory paper, and also I've gotten my professor to give me a 3,000 word extension on a 2,000 word paper. So I love this man so much. I love his classes. I'm taking a class with him next semester that I don't technically need to take, just because I really want to take another class with him. And yeah, so my plan for this weekend is to work on that. I need to study a little bit for an exam I have on Monday, but I'm not super concerned about it. And this paper's due on Sunday, so that's my priority because I currently have 1,000 words and I need to do a bunch of research into theories of maritime sovereignty because I wrote this entire outline and proposed essentially a theory of maritime sovereignty without doing any research into existing theories of it. So that is my plan. I'm currently cooking buttered noodles. Well, I'm cooking the noodles and then I'm gonna add the butter to them. Obviously, that would be really bizarre. That would be really bizarre if you put the butter in the water while you were boiling it. That's irrelevant, but yeah. So I'm gonna eat my buttered noodles and then I'm going to continue working on this paper, and I think that is going to be my life for the next 3 days. So yay. And I go home in 6 days. Yeah. So that's also exciting. I've just been informed by my roommate that the email effects is 3,500, not 3,000 to 5,000. Which is actually probably for the best because I would have used all 5,000 words and I would not have needed it. I just would have been talking, but I was really entertained because I texted her, was like, oh my god, he made it even longer than when we were talking, and she was like, that is not what that says. I necessitate hot chocolate. Would you like some? Yes. Okay, I'm about to go to a final for which I have not really studied, but it's okay. I think it'll be fine, fingers crossed. I'm gonna get there 15-20 minutes early, so I'll just study there. But I don't think it's all that different from the midterm, and I did fine on the midterm, so I have spent the morning writing a paper that is due tomorrow. Well, no, I'm researching a paper that is due tomorrow. I started this paper this morning. I spent the morning researching it. It's 12:50 now. I've done the research and written the outline. Don't know how I managed that. I would have liked to do a lot more research. I usually over-research things. Maybe this isn't good for me. I don't know. I'm talking really fast because I, like, my brain is so fried right now. I finished my early read paper last night. That is done and submitted. I wrote my prof a really nice note because I love him, and I'm really happy. Like, as hard as that paper was, I really enjoyed writing it, and it was well beyond, or like, not really what he assigned us. He would just like let me do it though. So, yes. So I'm gonna write this paper for this other paper for my history class that is due tomorrow. Well, I'm hoping to have it finished by tonight, and then I can read through it tomorrow morning and make the presentation for it because I have to present it tomorrow at 1:30. I go home soon. Basically my plan for the next few days, I'm writing this paper and then doing the presentation, and then I have that, so the presentation is tomorrow, and then I'll spend Tuesday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, studying for my French and Spanish exams, which are on Wednesday. Go take those Wednesday morning, and then go do a bunch of Christmas shopping. My roommate and I are going out to dinner with some of our friends in the evening, and then come home and pack and leave at like 6 a.m. on Thursday. So, wish me luck. Also, look at this little thing that my brother got me when he was in, I think, Kent, maybe? I don't know, somewhere in the UK. Isn't it so silly? It fell when I was putting this camera here. I don't know if it's in focus anymore, and I just remembered how funny it was. So shout out my brother. Also found out that a band that I've been listening to since sophomore year is in fact a band and not a single person, which is irrelevant. I just learned this somehow. Anyways, that is all. This is like not a great place for me to do this because I can't record this at a reasonable height. Okay, I went Christmas shopping. Why am I doing this like this? Where can I put this? I don't know where I can put this. I'm gonna take a pop squat. Okay. Christmas shopping. I'm actually about to leave to go again because the shop that I need to go to get stuff for my Theo is closed right now. And so I'm hoping, I did like a loop of the block and it's still closed. So I'm hoping coming back here, putting my stuff down, and then going back out, it'll be open. But I went to this bookstore that I love because I'd seen a book several months ago that I wanted to get for my best friend. And I was gonna send it for the birthday, and I was like, that's gonna make the shipping way too expensive, so I'll see if they still have it when I get there for Christmas. And I was walking there, and I was like, why was I expecting that? Because they had it like on one of the little specialty tables, so I was like, why am I expecting this book that was there in September is still gonna be there? And I walk in, and it was like right there on the table as soon as I walked in, so I got them that. You can't see it because it's wrapped all nicely. The guy was so friendly, and I want to be this man. Like, he was speaking Spanish with such a pretty accent, and then he switched to English and was like, had a great like UK accent. He also, like, if I'd heard him speaking just English, I would have thought that he was English, like, but that, like, the only reason I know he wasn't was because he was talking to somebody else. He was like, how do you say it in English? And I was like, wait, this isn't, yeah. Anyways, he was great, and he, like, I love this bookstore, and I was just like, I want to be this man. Anyways, they had these old, Christmas stamps, and I was like, these are great. Did I need to buy them? No. However, they're gonna be great, and they're really, like, I can put them in everybody's gifts, and it'll be so fun. And then I'm actually gonna open it. Then I have to break, no, I'm doing it. He packaged this one all nicely as well, because I said it was a gift, but I actually want to read it first and write in it before, for my brother. Because I think he likes horror stuff, and I like horror stuff, and it's a Shirley Jackson book. And it's like a little one, because every time I buy him a book, he's like, I don't have time to read because I'm in school, which I found he's in high school and he goes to a difficult high school, but like, read the books. Anyways, it's Shirley Jackson's The Demon Lover. I think it's a bunch of short stories and it sounds very interesting and I want to read it. Also, they put their stamp in and it makes me so happy. Also, he spoke to me in Spanish the whole time, even though I like messed up a couple things, and usually people, like, and I was buying 2 English books, and like when I paid, it was like, do you want to pay in euros or USD? Because it asks you that every time. And he knows English, and he spoke to me in Spanish the whole time, and it made me very happy because a lot of people don't do that, and I understand they're trying to like make my life easier, or they want to practice their English, but like, I want to practice my Spanish. Anyways, I'm gonna go see if that other shop is open still, and then my roommate and I are going out to dinner with some people. And it'll be great, and then I leave tomorrow morning. I'm getting up at like 5 a.m. It's gonna be great. I had to get an Uber because my flight is so early that the metro isn't open. So that's fun. Yeah, that is all.